So I made a few of these textured mugs. They're quite interesting to make, so I'll show you in this video how I made them. Anyways, that was a brown one. This is a blue one. I quite like this one the best. And then the next one I've got coming up, it's green. It's with a different type of a roller, different texture roller. Now the first step you need in making this texture rollers is I've got to actually make a cylinder. So I'm wedging it, centering it I should say, and then I'm just opening up the center. And then once the center gets opened up, I pull it up just like a regular cylinder, and I'm just going to compress the bottom, make sure the bottom's nice and compressed. With the sponge, I'm taking out extra water, and I'm also pushing the bottom back, pressing the bottom back down the base of it and compressing it. It prevents it from cracking. And I'm pulling the cylinder up to as high as I want it to go. Actually, I'm pulling it a bit higher than I want it to go, and I'll show you in a few minutes as to why. I'm leaving the walls a little bit thicker than I normally would leave them, but not too much thickness there. I want to make the walls up as straight as possible. I don't want to do any curving to shape the cup yet, because once I put the texture in, then I will shape it after. And of course, this is why I have it a little bit taller, because when I push out the side walls, it will make it a little bit shorter. So I need it taller for the width of the cup as well too. So, just wait and see what happens. Yeah, I've got my cylinder. This will be a cup actually. I've got it as tall as I want it to go, as tall as the clay would go this time. So I just want to make sure the outside wall is smooth, no blemishes, no lines in it. And I just rub my green rib along it to take any extra sludge, any extra wet clay off of it as well too. I'm always taking my sponge inside and just taking any excess water out, because you always get water in the bottom. So I just want to make sure that it's dry on the bottom. Oh, I wrapped a cardboard tube in plastic. I'm going to put that on the inside of it, because I'll need something to press. I'll be pressing into the clay, and I don't want to warp the cylinder. So this will help keep my cylinder from warping. And also I put the plastic around the cardboard so that I can actually get it out. I'll take the cardboard out and then take the plastic off after. So now that I've got the edges nice and smooth, I've got a textured roller. So I'm going to roll up around the edge of it, this texture all the way around it. And you can see how it sort of resembles the cup that I've showed earlier. And I'm not going all the way to the top because I want to edge for the lip rim. I don't want texture on the very top edge. So yeah, it's smooth for when you're drinking it. And then it looks better that way, having a rim around the top. So I just make sure the roller going all the way around. Now it will warp the edge of it, it warps the top of it a little bit, but we'll fix that later. Yeah, I've got the edge all textured up. Now I'm taking out the tube. You see, I'll take the tube out and then the plastic comes out with it. Sometimes the plastic doesn't come and then you take it out after, but this way it comes out. Now I have to be very careful now not to touch the outside edge, because I don't want to ruin this texture. So I'm just going to go from the inside with the damp sponge and just push it out to get my cup form. And you'll see as it goes along how it comes out and creates a cup shape. But it also, at the same time, what it does is it twists the pattern around. So it won't be straight up and down. It'll be sort of running around, a little bit of more of an angle around the cup. As you'll see when it gets later on. Here you can see now that it's spread the design out further. It's angled it around, and it's just made it just look really nice. And so I'm just going to touch up the inside. I want the bottom a little bit better shape, and so I'm just going to shape it, but I make sure to all my shaping from the inside, not from the outside. And the top, of course, is warped a bit from the cup got warped when I pushed push the clay up the side. When I pushed the roller up the edge of the cup, it did warp the top of it a bit. First, put my trusty sponge on the stick so that I can sponge out any excess water that's in the bottom. And also, too, when I'm in there, the bottom, I use the sponge sometimes to push the bottom out a little bit, too, and to compress the bottom. And then compress the top with my chamois. And get a nice round top. So this is still not as even, but it actually puts the cup back into a circle form, because pushing up the texture of the side did warp it out a little bit. There, now I'll take the needle tool and I'll just trim off the top so that it's completely level all the way across the top. Now I've got the top level, and I'm going to take my chamois again on it. What the chamois does, it rounds the top off, and then the glaze makes a better glaze on the top, and you don't have a sharp edge to hit for your mouth. It makes a nice rounded edge for the top of the cup. So there's my cup with the textured around the edge of it. The other cup has a different roller. The green cup is a different roller, but what I do is when I glaze it, I put what's called breaking glaze. The glaze has different colors in it, and then one color will fall into the grooves and one color on the edge of the top of the groove, and then that really brings out the texture of the cup. I won't be putting handles on these cups, but other cups I will probably put handles on. But I quite enjoyed doing this. How, did you like this design? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks anyways for watching.